Welcome to another episode of the Lords of Lobang. But that's a nice way to bring us into our first topic.
Yeah.
FTX.
But before everything,
Yes.
check out patreon.com/Lords of Lobang.
Yeah.
You don't have to use Bitcoin there. It's
Yeah.
normal.
There are no
cold hard
tokens
cash.
there. You just pay your money and then you get to hear our voices for free.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not for free, but for $2, which
For a
is
more
almost free.
For
Yeah.
a more explicit version. Things
Yeah.
that,
Cannot
things,
even buy Starbucks, bro.
things that can be hidden
So now
behind
cannot buy
the
kopi at
paywall.
kopitiam.
Hey, now you can't even buy the McChicken. Now they increase to
250.
250, right?
Some
Yeah.
places
Yeah.
280.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think at Clark Key is like 280. Then like at my North Point is maybe like
250.
250.
Here it's 250, right?
Yeah, something
Wow.
like that. So it's no more $2. Like,
Yeah.
the price of chicken went up and eggs also went up.
Inflation.
Like everything all went up. Bro.
Yeah.
Man. Next time also we have to increase ours. No.
Can my dick be inflated as well? Like just increase an inch lah.
Yeah, you buy the fireman palm. Oh.
Sadly, is the other ways.
Yeah.
Other way for men. Like as we get older, apparently our dick shrinks.
Ah.
Yeah.
But the taxes are always increasing. Why can't our dick increase as well? In
I
size?
don't know, man. I think it's
Right.
because they had to do that. It can't be like our nose. You know, our noses will always grow.
Taxes ain't.
Ah,
As you get older,
Part of nature
it's the one thing that doesn't stop growing your nose.
my nose.
Yeah,
Is
so
it?
apparently this isn't my final form.
Oh.
Like when I get older, it's gonna get bigger.
It's gonna get bigger and longer, like
Yeah.
Pinocchio.
It's so I
But
can blend in to the future.
Is it going to
the
be as
future
big
crowd.
as SBS nose?
What's his name?
No,
Sam something,
no.
right?
Sam Bankman-Fried, is it?
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
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 Jew.
the
Jew.
founder of
Jew.
FTX?
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you hear the things he's been doing. Okay, now is the big news about how FTX went from
The second trading platform,
third.
right?
third biggest
Hmm.
trading platform to
Fucking
almost
Temasek invested like 200 plus mil.
205. They lost.
Wow.
Not. They invested like 300 plus, and I think they lost 205.
Yeah.
Damn.
According to some things,
Reports,
I'm
yeah.
not sure whether it's.
I think it was reported on like Mothership, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
But they're gonna write it off, lah.
Right.
So now the thing is that everyone that is invested in FTX will not get their money back unless they've withdrawn it before the drop.
No, but they're insolvent now. What?
Oh, their market cap is at about 10 o'clock this morning was still like 600 plus mil.
Yeah, but they
Right.
they've blocked withdrawal.
Yes, they are.
So,
yeah.
because
So
they can't- they
if
can't
your
pay
money
you.
is in there, right,
It's fucked.
on the platform, it's fucked.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ouch.
and it's because of the way he navigated through using his tokens,
Right.
which were not actual.
The
like
FTT tokens or some
yeah,
shit,
they
right?
were-
They were not backed by anything.
Yeah, they were not backed by anything. They were just like it's like a shop gives you coins, like just normal like vouchers.
Right.
So without anything backing, those vouchers were actually just pieces of paper.
Yeah.
So this was just online digital code.
And then when you come back to the
worthless
shop,
code.
you realize that there's
Yeah.
there's nothing in the shop.
there's,
Nothing in the shop, and you cannot use the.
there's nothing you can
vouchers
change
though.
the
Yeah.
vouchers for. There's nothing you can withdraw it for. And the way it was set up was like, wow.
And
He forced his own workers to invest their like money
their bonuses and all right back.
into the coin.
Wow.
So some of
Scummy,
the
dude.
some of the employees right were forced to invest back like 500k
Yeah.
up to 500k
Up to
of
500K.
their salary or their bonuses.
And he used that money
Wow.
to go and take loans. Like he used those real money to go and like not really take loans, but he went to take loans.
Yeah, like
and
he
then
used
backed
that
it.
he used that amount right to leverage and take
Leverage.
higher
Higher
bigger
lo-
loans.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Scumbag, dude.
And all of it is on the basis that his FTT one of them doesn't face what happened lah, which
Yeah.
is when the Binance creator
CZ or something.
CZ wanted to got into, he was I think proposing to buy over FTX, and then this guy went to do something with regulators or what, and then they backed out. They backed out, and I forgot what they wanted to do, but he tweeted the Binance guy tweeted like he's gonna sell his stake in
FTX.
in FTX in the coin.
Yep.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
the
like
token.
everybody.
Yeah, this was before it fell, before it crashed,
so
right?
everybody panicked and started
Yeah.
wanting to sell,
But-
and that caused their valuation
to drop lah.
from up there to just plummet.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's cerebral thing lah on Binance's part.
Mm.
They just knocked off a competitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have some beef,
Which
right?
is good
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The reason why they didn't want to buy is because they saw FTX's
they saw through
they
the
saw the
whole
financial
thing.
thing and they
Right.
said like this. You've actually got almost.
But weren't they having like a Twitter beef shit?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, they had some
yeah,
beef,
something,
yeah,
so-
there's
something
some
happened
beef.
between, and then he
Yeah.
dropped that guy's net worth from 15 billion to now he's worth nothing. At first, I thought it was 1 billion, but
I think they
no.
used to be friends, or they used to work together or something.
Yeah.
Then after
Yeah.
the SBF went to set up his own shit, and then they kind of fell out, or something like that. Lah. I'm
he
not
probably
sure.
did some underhanded thing, and
Yeah,
the guy
but-
caught him doing
But
it.
you see, right, Binance, the way Binance works, right, it's like totally, I would say, like, quite different to how this FTX was working, right? Because if you're on the Binance platform, right, I'm pretty sure you are actually purchasing the whatever cryptocurrency you're buying,
Yes.
Right.
right? But according to one of the videos, I don't know if it was the video that you linked or the one that Sean linked, the TikTok video.
He was using. He was not
it
doing
was not your. If you were to purchase,
Mm.
like for example, Bitcoin on their platform, you are not technically purchasing the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You're purchasing an option on the Bitcoin.
Wow.
Like you don't actually have.
Yes.
Like so for us, like we go on the crypto exchange, right, and you buy that coin, you are buying that coin. But in this one, I think when you buy that, right, I think it just
It's
issues
like
you.
a promissory option
Right.
to hold the value of one Bitcoin, something like that.
But that wasn't made known to
No.
customers,
no,
right?
customers didn't know.
No.
Wow.
I think he
So
was,
so this is one of the reasons that is being cited for their demise, lah. Because once you realize that they are not holding the actual cryptocurrency, right,
Yeah.
or whatever the code or on some wallet, then what the fuck are you doing,
Yeah.
right? And then what he was doing, like leveraging the company's accounts to take massive loans.
Yeah. And also he was siphoning money from FTX to Alameda Research,
Yeah.
Alameda Trading Firm, right? By right, they're supposed to be like separate entities.
So he
but-
was actually propping up his father's or his family's hedge fund.
right.
So he was floating them,
Right.
making sure that they don't go bust,
Mm.
which is fucked up, lah.
Yeah.
And then you're like what Sean said, you're forcing your employees to like pump in money.
and now none of them are most likely going to get paid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the value, all its value actually went down to like almost, I think, worse than zero lah. So
Now I don't know. You go into Yahoo Finance and check, like you can check what their
His net worth must be dropped from 15 billion to I don't
but
know.
even if it has any like any value on that thing, right,
Yeah.
no one can withdraw it.
Binance said
Now
they-
this guy is no longer a billionaire.
No,
The market
no,
cap of
he's-
the company is
he's-
about 600 mil
yeah.
this morning.
And Binance said they wanted to buy out FTX right, a couple of days ago.
Is
but,
it?
But they say that they want to look at the books.
No, they
Then-
did, and they pulled out.
Then they put out.
They
They
pulled
say
out
that
because they saw the books and they were like, oh no.
They say that it's too dodgy.
No.
It's too dodgy. We're not gonna get in
No.
bed with this.
There was a
Yeah.
lot of things like I mean I saw most of it on TikTok. I cannot vouch for what I heard, but his way of doing that guy's way of doing business was, I think, fraudulent almost from the start. Almost from the start.
Yeah, a couple years ago he not testify in Congress, but he kind of gave a speech, right, saying like, oh, like to avoid the 2008 financial crisis, cryptocurrency is the way to go because we're not like the big banks,
He's
who
not the only one. Anyone that's ever backed FTX, right, is now being, I think, shed on by the public. Anyone that's ever done videos saying, hey, you should go with FTX. Now they're all
And CoffeeZilla actually came out to criticize the YouTubers, right?
Yeah.
Like name and shame the YouTubers who
Were
was-
endorsing,
yeah, anyone, because now
and
they know.
they were paying upwards of 50K per video. FTX was paying upwards of 50K per video for YouTubers with less than 1 million
Yeah.
views.
But when I looked at it, right, looked at this guy's background, his parents, and then I saw this meme on Twitter, which was like a Bitcoin-centric page. They had this meme. It's a meme of a Trojan horse, where the Trojan horse is FTX.
Right.
And then SBF is the guy pulling the horse in. And then inside the horse is regulators, big government,
Right.
and banks. So in the name of how like FTX has fucked everything up, lost like billions of dollars, fucked over people and all, right? The regulators are trying to use like this is like a you can call it conspiracy lah, but it's like
Right.
a fucking nice scheme to say that you see, we need more regulations.
Right.
this has the crypto space has to be regulated more so that we can avoid all this shit. But this one has nothing to do with regulation. This one is fraud.
Yeah, straight up.
Out and out fraud.
Yeah.
From the beginning till the end.
Yeah.
So if SEC was actually doing its job right, they would have figured out that these fellas are fucking things up from the get-go.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
And then in apparently September 2022, he also offered Elon Musk billions of dollars to buy Twitter, whom we're going to cover later.
Oh. He offered Elon Musk.
He offered billions of dollars to fund his purchase of Twitter.
Wow.
In that,
So like, what is this fella doing? It just seems right that he's spending whatever he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also reported that he had no material wealth. So basically, all of his
that was his like persona, right?
Yeah,
he was being paraded as like this like nutty billionaire who's gonna the like. Oh, what was the branding that they gave him? Like
most generous billionaire in the world.
Most generous billionaire in the world, right?
Yeah,
no
like
money
he's driving a old Toyota Corolla.
Fucking Nas Daily, right?
Yeah, Nas Daily. I think the signs are there, lah. If Nas Daily supports someone or a cause, right, you know that run the opposite direction.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy's a king of scum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
he also
he's
supported Lee
the king
Hsien
of
Loong.
Shit. The Singapore government is paying him money to
so
do all
you
those,
so that applies,
Yeah. The guy has no morals, lah. Give him money and he will say the right things.
Come on, lah. I think we all know, lah. let's be honest here. We all know that.
And at some point, I was trying to defend the fella.
Nas Daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first
guy
that
ever
we did on him.
Now the Nas Daily Nas Daily Minute or Nas Minute or something is run. He's not the only one. He's like hired people to.
Yeah, he's franchising the whole Nas thing
so
to
Nas
the brand.
Daily has become like now there's a different guy who speaks who's trying to speak almost like him.
Oh,
like
he copy and paste lah. Basically, he's created a brand and then he's franchising the brand to other creators.
Let me find it.
And then giving them the opportunity to become like him lah. It's a business.
Yeah. So now he's doing. Where is it? Hopefully you all can see lah. Wow, the most generous billionaire. That's the first one.
You went to the Facebook page of Nas Daily.
No, I just went Nas Daily on YouTube. The first video is this the most generous
I
billionaire.
think he should take it down.
He's gonna take it down.
At the very least.
Yes, he's gonna take it down. Now it's okay. It's still all his face, but I remember this guy. You see the short story?
Yeah.
There, this guy. Now there's is this Nas Daily or has
is he under the brand of Nas Daily as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Meet the French Spider-Man. So you hear that? Wait
Here's the story of the guy who climbs skyscrapers without using
you hear the way he's talking? Doesn't that
Exactly.
sound like
His cadence is almost like Nas Daily.
He seems like he's just getting a guy and he's you have how he interviewed him is like
you have to talk like this.
You have to talk like this
in order to get views.
It's it's enthusiastic about the
suck
subject
my dick
I'm talking.
Suck my dick. How about you suck my dick for views?
I think it would be safe to say that Nas Daily is the worst Palestinian walking this earth. Fucking hell. Like you have sold your soul.
Yeah.
He was caught on camera a few times, right? Saying like when he was like with Israeli people, he was like, he was like, two-faced lah.
He flip-flops lah. Yeah, he has no morals.
Zero.
Yeah.
I think we covered it on one of our episodes where he was in Davos. Avi Yemeni was like following him,
right,
and like asking him how did you like come here?
Yeah.
Like what's your carbon footprint and all this kind of shit.
Yeah. You took a private jet, right, or something? You took a jet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Oh, thank you very much," and he was just blowing him
off. Yeah,
he's
just trying to like get him.
And once he blew off, he quickly went to do a YouTube video and was like, "Dude, look at this!" And the same way this guy said, "Look at this." Me, can't even do it. I don't know.
He said that he was being quote unquote attacked or something, right?
Even when
or like stalked or some shit.
Yeah, even when he's doing that video, he's speaking the same way.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, and he totally flipped the context. He made it seem like he was being harassed by the fellas.
Yeah, correct.
And then that guy also did a video and said like, "Thank you for
unedited." Yeah, he released the unedited video.
Yeah, of him just walking beside him and then just asking.
The
questions.
guy's lucky that he decided to film the thing as well. Basically,
he knew lah. You have to film it.
You have to film.
He knew. Yeah, you have to film it.
And now that I realized this, when I saw that the new guy speaking, that I just realized the whole thing about Nas Daily, that the way he speaks, he's trying to market that also. Like that's the thing he's selling his brand on.
It's all fakery lah, basically.
yeah.
It's all fakery.
The fact that this guy speaks almost like him goes to show how fake it is.
It is exactly like how, like television, they used to have like a way of speaking, like announcing.
Oh yeah.
From like the 50s, 60s, then 70s, and then like as like now, they have cut down on that.
They toned it down.
They toned it down.
Yeah.
But then when it went onto YouTube, right, it came back. Like people like stuck to like a certain way of presenting.
Should we start doing something like that?
No.
Like should we pick up
like
some certain
there's
ways
this
of
there's this page YouTube channel that I actually follow because the guy like does interesting things lah. It's called Guga Foods.
Guga Food?
So the guy like he cooks like really expensive steaks.
Okay.
And he does like really weird shit lah.
Right.
Like Wagyu brisket and all, right. Like he cooks them in like bone marrow.
Okay.
Like really weird thing. But then he has a cadence and like a way of describing shit.
Yeah.
Which gets really irritating.
Oh. Like
I'm gonna cook this in a vat of bone marrow. Like
right.
Like fuck. Like
trying to do like ASMR kind of voice.
Something like that lah. Like
right.
like his signature like
you can tell that this is not how he talks in real life, right?
Yeah. Like it's so artificial.
I see. Yeah, and the good thing about podcasting is that we realize that people are searching for authenticity. We are not like we don't listen to the DJ voice or radio DJ voice. When you're listening to people talk, because that's not how we sound in real life, right?
Correct.
When you hear like real ideas and real speech. Yeah.
That's right. That's why people should stop watching or stop listening to Nas Daily.
I think his viewership has dropped tremendously.
Plummeted.
Yeah, after a lot of creators came out to say that actually he's been a dick in real life.
Correct.
Like he's not really abusing, but like using his fame and power to like take advantage of people lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even CoffeeZilla, right? Like most of his videos are always about like exposing other YouTube creators.
Yeah, and then he's on YouTube as well.
Then he's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And his pool is that he does research on the people that are actually paying content creators for sponsorship. And then he's like, I'm exposing this company. And then he's saying that, why don't you guys do your research and find out about the company?
Yeah.
Money. Money, bro.
Yeah. Money and time also lah.
Money and time.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really have
because if you really want to like take it to the nth degree, right, to the extreme of it, right, you can also tekan CoffeeZilla, right? Why don't you go and find out the truth about way more important things in the world instead of what company is sponsoring content creators?
Yeah. True.
Talk about politics, you don't want to talk about politics, your CoffeeZilla might just disappear.
I don't think he talk about politics, right? Mostly like financial shit, right?
Yeah.
Crypto, financial stuff.
His content seems to be mostly on like crypto banking shit and like, this company is dodgy, that company is dodgy. Okay lah. Well, what's the other guy? The Jake. Was it Jake or Jack?
Jake Tran. Jake Tran.
The one that you used to.
Yeah, I stopped subscribing to him because it's all load of bullshit. Yeah, and also that guy also subbed out the VO thing.
Yeah.
To like another VO artist.
Oh.
And every video has the same script, so that the way that it's being made is exactly the same, and then it's just copy and pasting. And
it's just another voiceover.
Yeah. So after a while you're like, this guy doesn't really care really lah.
Yeah.
And also like he got in a lot of hot water because he did a video exposing, quote unquote, exposing NFTs as scam. And then in one of the sponsorship videos, he's like,
NFT.
Yeah, I'm here's my business partner. We have a new NFTs. Check us out on OpenSea, and support us. So it's like, what are you doing? This is a joke.
No. When I do it, it's not a scam.
Yeah.
Other people do it, it's a scam.
Yeah. Beware of all the NFT scams, but buy our NFTs.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And then he started losing credibility among the.
And that's a classic comeback move, right?
Yeah. You call other people and then you create your own product and then you sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hypocrisy 101.
Yeah. There was I think I know this guy who went to Egypt for like a trip with his wife, and then he was scammed by a group of scammers who claimed that all the other products in this like place are all fake, and then trust them, and then he sold like
fake shit
to him, right? And then he only found out about it when he was on a plane back home. And I was like, wow, that was a racket. That was a very well run racket.
Trust me, bro.
Yeah.
Trust me. I sell original, authentic.
Yeah. And then he was describing how like he meet like different people along the way.
Yeah.
And then they were all talking about how like it builds up lah. So the moment you enter the place, you know, you hear like, oh, don't trust this group of people.
Yeah.
Don't trust the group of people. And then suddenly like you meet this guy, and then this guy like he starts talking about his certificate, like how it's like a ancient, like a degree in like ancient historical shit lah. Then all these other people is like, yeah, believe this guy, you know. And then the guy sell you something claiming to be authentic.
It was a racket lah.
It was a racket, dude. And then everyone on that tour group was all scam.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Then he started questioning like whether the tour guide is in on it as well. So
you have not been to India yet, right?
I've not.
Okay.
Yeah.
You must go lah one day.
Yeah.
And if you ever go to like those like archaeological sites and all, right?
Yeah.
Within southern India, most of it is all UNESCO protected. So the government runs the place. So you go to a ticket counter, buy the ticket, and go in.
Right.
So the guides inside, right, are all paid by the government lah. So there's no scamming going on.
Right.
But if you go to like ancient temples, right, those fuckers will be waiting outside.
Right.
And then like if you don't have like a driver or someone to bring you in who's like local, right?
Yeah.
Immediately you'll be swarmed. Or let me bring you to go and check your astrology.
Yeah.
They got the palm leaf reading lah. In Tamil it's called Nadi. So apparently each person, right, will have their own palm leaf.
Palm leaf. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like they will put like everything lah, from the letter of your name, when you were born, everything, like apparently allegedly lah. So that is like the people believe in it lah.
Right.
There are interesting cases lah. Like there's this Japanese guy who like went once.
Yeah.
And he actually claims that he went to an authentic guy, and the guy like found his palm leaf, and they read out like everything about him, his family, his parents, what job he'll be doing, but like when he will get married, everything.
Wow.
So he believes in it.
Yeah.
So he would travel to India like every few years.
Wow.
So he'll get people's like date of birth, name, everything, right? And then he will come and do the reading.
Right.
See whether he can find the palm leaf for them.
I see.
So that kind of shit, a lot the industry is big.
But of course you have to pay like, right? You give tips.
You have to pay for it lah.
Right.
But like surrounding that particular temple, right? Fucking scalpers will be all everywhere. If you kena the wrong fella, right, the fella will bring you and finish. they will charge you in your local currency.
Right. Yeah.
Americans, Singaporeans, Brits have fallen prey to all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I after I watched the Killer Sally shit, right? My sister was watching some ancient like documentary shit.
Right.
It's like the guy who's narrating, right? I've heard this voice somewhere. That was Graham Hancock.
Oh yeah, he has a
Ancient
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
On Netflix, yeah.
On Netflix, yeah.
Yeah, he just did a Joe Rogan podcast.
Again,
promoting his show.
this series,
What do you mean?
the Ancient Apocalypse.
Yeah,
was he promoting Ancient Apocalypse?
Yeah. Him and Randall Carlson were promoting
the episode that she was watching was the Indonesian one.
Right.
And whenever they brought up like carbon dating, right, I was like,
Right.
because carbon dating has been shown to be very inaccurate.
But there's a range, right? Depends on how, depends on the product also lah. How pure it is, and how whether it's not been what you call that? Contaminated by other different ore and metals and all that shit as well.
Yeah, and the science behind it is also not concrete lah.
They always say that it has like a few hundred years range, right? Or like a few decades at least. That's what.
I think the older it gets, right, they can go to a few thousand
years.
Range also. Yeah.
How's your shit?
My ass is on fire, bro.
Oh, you took a shit,
Yeah.
It's a bad one. You know how they say when you have wet ones, it's actually your stomach juices eating your ass.
Stomach juices eating your ass.
Yeah, it's
Your
not.
stomach juices will not be at your
like
large intestine.
Like that's the thing about diarrhea, is like you're not digesting, so all.
It's the fucking capsaicin, the chemical from the chili.
Maybe I'm not sure, but it's like jaws coming up your bum.
Why? Why you? What do you eat? Yes, this morning.
I don't think it's eat. I think it's drinks.
Oh, you're drinking yesterday?
But
I was drinking
the
every day.
drinks don't have anything spicy lah.
I
It
know
is what
it's-
you ate lah.
Yeah, probably. I had what did I have last night? Nothing. Nothing. It's just my stomach rebelling.
Yeah.
You didn't have anything to eat, man?
Last night no. I wasted my food.
No,
I
like during dinner time, do you eat anything?
can't really remember what I ate. It's probably nasi lemak. Nasi
Right.
lemak with dry chicken, rice.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad lah. But I
Right.
think it
With
just
the sambal?
yeah.
Then what about lunch?
I think that was for lunch. I had a very late lunch. It was like in
Oh.
between lunch and dinner. It's
Yesterday.
not, it's lunch. Yeah, and then
Right.
and then whiskey water.
Whiskey water.
Yeah, so it was the nasi lemak.
It's last to blame anything. But okay, what did I miss other than sharing my very personal stomach issues?
Your bowel
My
movements.
Your
bowel
bowel
movements.
No, we were waiting for you to transition into Twitter.
Female.
It transitions into female. Into your female form.
Into your female
Well,
form.
I mean, the whole buyout of Twitter.
His
also in the-
musky form.
In the end, also seemed kind of fishy, right? The whole how it started.
yeah.
Wait, let me see if I can refresh. Elon Musk wanted to buy Twitter based on what? Just cause
Free
he,
speech.
just cause he could,
Free speech.
right? Was
Yeah.
it just cause he could?
I
or
think he was upset that Twitter was banning a lot of
banning a lot of people, right?
a lot of
Banned
people, yeah.
Trump and everything, and he said like
Alex
oh, but-
Jones
And
at
even
point.
some of his tweets,
Yeah. Some
Oh,
of his
really, yeah?
tweets.
like got him into like
hot water lah.
hot water. Yeah.
So he was okay right. He was shadow banned for a while lah, I guess.
Yeah.
Like
something
you know, like when he started posting shit about Bitcoin and then Dogecoin.
Yeah.
and, like Shiba Inu, like people were like, dude, he's fucking manipulating the market on your platform.
Yeah.
Which he is lah, I
And
guess.
then like he was like saying shit against like woke culture.
right.
Yeah, it's all that. And then there were protests at Twitter. You know, outside the Twitter employees.
Because he's conservative, right? I guess that's why.
No, he's
not
basically
really conservative,
he's
yeah.
basically for free speech when it benefits him.
Mm.
He's one of those like advocates for free speech only when it's beneficial to only when you say what they want you to say lah.
But I don't think he considers himself a liberal though.
Nah.
Yeah, and Twitter being a super liberal place, you're like,
Nah.
he's the enemy.
In fact, and
Right.
now when everyone digs back on what he's done, right? He basically got lucky with PayPal.
Mm.
He got rich with PayPal and used that PayPal money to go buy over other people's ideas, and then name it his. Even Tesla, so it's not basically his idea. He just bought them over, and then
That's how billionaires are created.
Yeah, that's how
like
they
like the mega billionaires, right? Like all these people,
even Bill
like
Gates.
Bill
Bill
Gates,
Gates didn't really invent
Bezos.
the
Mm.
chips. He just got it
Bezos's
off-
idea, right, was nothing. It was just a online bookstore.
Right.
It's that was it.
Yeah.
It's only when
But
they
he-
got the money then
Yeah.
they managed to do a lot more with it lah.
But Bezos came with the idea in the 90s, right? Before the internet, like at the infancy, like
Infancy of the internet,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but it did
that-
start off as an online.
It was just an
Yeah.
online
book
bookstore.
sharing.
Yeah.
Book sharing, book
bookstore.
sharing bookstore.
yeah.
That was it.
Then I think they start making money, start buying other like competitors, and you start growing
No,
his,
that, like
his company into something else.
No, I mean
Yeah.
I haven't researched it, but I think in most of them, when you go back and see their backgrounds, right, most of it is them. They're savvy, I guess we can go savviness, but most of it isn't. Later on, like now they're crediting him with Tesla and even SpaceX, right? It's actually those things where he had the capital funds to buy them and maybe the vision to see where he could. bring
SpaceX
them.
is private, right? It's not public.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's when NASA decided not to decided to privatize or the
and
US
he
government
has the
started-
other one also. What the AI, the what
Neuralink,
Neuralink.
Neuralink,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah.
he
Yeah.
decided. I mean, they decided to
Oh,
privatize.
The podcast that the what's the guy's name? The one that I sent, the concrete podcast.
What?
The CIA one.
Yeah, he did talk about Neuralink and
Mm.
how like it's CIA funded and
Yeah.
there are people who are working there who are
There's a few things.
dude,
yeah.
like Tesla, Elon Musk, most of his companies are working for CIA.
yeah
It's literally a CIA front.
yeah.
It's a front for the CIA.
The voice of God. I think I need to do more research into that. Dude. It's
Mm.
pretty interesting. Like he was mentioning like
What's the voice
how
of God?
the Gulf War One,
Yeah.
like they used the voice of God like machine, and then
It's a weapon, lah.
it's a weapon to
yeah. It's a
you know,
mind weapon.
it's a mind weapon where you can
Yeah.
hear voices in your head.
I thought that's schizophrenia.
I mean, yeah lah.
No,
So-
like if you think that it's a mental thing,
Yeah.
then you
So-
will call it schizophrenia.
Uh-huh.
But this podcast, the concrete podcast that he linked, right?
Yeah.
These two guys, one guy is like a scientist,
Mm-hmm.
and the other guy was like working with the CIA.
It's like what using
To-
electromagnetic waves to
Something like
mess,
that lah.
mess
Something
with your,
like,
something
yeah.
like that.
Like
Mess with
frequency
your-
waves lah.
to
So
mess
yeah.
with your mind lah.
yeah. So even if you plug your ears also, it goes into
What
your
it makes
pores.
what
and-
maybe
you can project anything lah, messages into a person's
Yes,
head. Yeah.
like you know, the older CIA experiments, right? There are documents about it. What like how you know our TV, like the old tube TVs and all, like the frequency rate is at the optimum frequency, right, where our minds can be programmed at.
which
So
is
as
what?
your I forgot it was like 60, don't know
60 megahertz or 60 hertz. I can't remember also.
I forgot, but yeah.
But
So
it makes
it
you
was
what?
it was so it's like when you are
Programmable.
watching it at
Uh-huh.
that frequency, right? Your mind is more susceptible to being programmed by the information.
Shit,
Right.
they could
The
have used
refresh
that-
rate lah.
refresh rate.
could have used
Yeah.
that in
Okay.
schools.
So
instead of
that
using
that,
teachers.
that refresh rate, right,
Yeah.
has not really changed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's around 60.
And he was giving the example of Gulf War One in the 90s where they used the voice of God. Well, it was the first time that it was used on a mass scale where they got like hundreds of Iraqi soldiers to put on their weapons because they're projecting like
Huh?
Allah like into their heads, like Allah wants you to put on your weapons and don't fight this and retreat or something like that. And then
But
so and you can search for the reports of this
Yeah,
lah,
yeah.
you know, to see whether
But
It
one
really
thing
happened.
about all these people who claim to be like ex-CIA people who are
he's not CIA.
no, but like
Yeah.
a lot of people
Yeah.
who were on concrete
Yeah.
on Lex Friedman's podcast,
Yeah.
on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah.
All these ex-CIA spy, ex-CIA intelligence officer or ex-CIA officer, all these, like there's this saying, once CIA,
Yeah.
always CIA.
Yeah.
So like
Take it with a pinch of salt lah.
take everything with
Yeah.
a
no,
massive
so
pinch
the
of
fact
salt.
Yeah.
that they come out and say something like that is just a mask.
Like,
It's maybe
you-
to divert
when you
your
watch,
attention
right,
or
like,
something.
Like I think Joe Rogan had this guy on, right, where not Mike Baker lah. Mike Baker, I think everyone knows lah. Like this fella is like might be Joe Rogan's handler.
Yeah. He's a mouthpiece for the CIA lah.
Yeah, his mouthpiece, like clearly. But another guy, he was on. I forgot the name, and Joe Rogan was like trying to get him to like speak about some topic lah. And the guy, like the clip, right, is like an 11-minute clip. The guy spoke for like 8 minutes, and within the 8 minutes, right, he said nothing.
Wow.
That was pertaining to Joe Rogan's question.
Right.
Totally like zero.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's about some.
Then the comments were like, yeah, thank you so much for saying nothing.
Right.
After all that fucking rambling on, like you said nothing. Then like few fellas were like, this guy, you already have Mike Baker, why bring this guy on? To do the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even Lex Friedman, he had this guy who was on Concrete as well, called Andrew Bustamante,
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah.
ex-CIA spy. Dude, like what the fuck?
Right. Right.
Every
Like you
time-
really ex-CIA, then you coming here and telling
and
all this,
to-
sharing
to,
all this
To be
story.
honest, Bustamante sounds made up lah.
Bustamante. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool last name though. Cool last name. Yeah.
But it sounds made up. It's
Yeah.
like
Is it Italian or Spanish? So
yeah.
it
But they
sounds
were,
Italian.
they were talking about holograms, like
Mm.
lasers and high power lasers and
Yeah.
holograms. And I heard the holograms one before.
from holograms,
from-
quite even 9/11. What like
Yeah.
there is one conspiracy that the planes hitting the towers was actually holographic.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is one of the conspiracies lah.
Seems a bit too advanced
which has which has been divisive within like the 9/11 truth movement. So there are some people saying that it's holographic.
Yeah. There's no
And
evidence
the,
of
the
it. also.
detonation was inside.
Yeah. There's no evidence also lah.
or maybe who knows? Maybe
but-
it's a combination.
Yeah, because
the-
I think I was watching this Mike Glover, former I think he's a Ranger, CIA operative as well. He briefly mentioned on podcasts with other like Navy SEALs, like he was doing some CIA operations, and then he briefly mentioned on like holograms and like and shit like that. So this one was like maybe a year ago,
Okay.
and then this guy talked about holograms. So I'm like, wow, okay, joining two dots together. Like probably most likely is legit lah.
Maybe it's a combination, like I was saying. You got the voice of God and holograms.
Mm.
So you program people to see the plane.
Not even going too crazy, dude. Just look at face recognition.
Yeah.
And voice recognition and voice altering
But
technology now.
I know
That's
the-
open to the market. This is like anyone can like is open source. You can just
Yeah.
download. I was like, what? That means this has been going on for like how many years already before like it's made public to
But
us civilians.
now
So imagine what like the
No,
US
the-
government.
Imagine like just like look at
deepfake.
like not even deepfake, like the internet.
Mm.
The internet was like created in the 80s. And when did it eventually come out for public consumption?
Yeah.
Like it
Late
was
90s,
yeah, it was
When
like
they
mid
were ready.
90s.
Yeah, and the dark web was created by the CIA to like share
Mm.
information, right? Like
Yeah.
top secret information, and not to get leaked. Yeah. So
And the whole
whatever
fact
wild theories anyone have, I'll be like, okay, I'm willing to listen, lah.
that, well, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
you
whole
know?
thing about internet being underwater ground cables, like it's not by satellite. You know the weirdest thing.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
It's by wires that have been placed underwater and laid
Mm.
through, I don't know, thousands and thousands of kilometers. I mean, that means you have to connect them through what? Over the ocean? How?
Probably, yeah.
How is
yeah.
that possible?
Deep sea diving, lah.
Yeah, lah,
Yeah.
No,
Submarines,
at one point it has to be over land also lah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
the closest points I can think is Alaska and Canada
no,
and
like
Russia.
Singapore, they lay the cables all underneath the roads. What?
Yeah.
Every time now and then, they will like
But
you see
that's
Starhub.
isn't that amazing?
Singtel.
It's like just wires.
Yeah.
And one time, just someone chop when you got no more internet.
Oh yeah, that's how we get disruptions. What?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
chop when you got no more internet.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's why you
babe.
can't go around digging, government property land, lah. You
Well, I'd
get in
rather
trouble.
prefer if it was like the Wi-Fi was like really satellite stuff. But,
But
apparently
isn't
we
that
still,
what like
Starlink, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
he wants-
Starlink. Yeah. So that's what they are. No, Starlink is also they are trying to like with Neuralink also, right? They're
Mm.
trying to like hook everything up to the grid.
Yeah.
So Starlink is about everything being on the smart grid, right?
Mm.
Then Neuralink is hooking up the human brain into the smart grid.
Into the smart
Wow.
grid, yeah.
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 it's kind of cool and scary at the same time because now they can directly program you.
Well,
Yeah,
was
yeah,
it-
yeah.
Wasn't
It's all about
that-
programming,
that- the concrete podcast, were they saying that the experiments, right, is it has been proven to be fucked? Because they are just experimenting on humans and on
I think mice.
mice and apes or something
apes,
like that,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And they're
monkeys.
just killing the animals. The
Yeah.
animals are just dying.
Yeah, he was talking about experiment a couple of years ago. He didn't say when lah, but
Mm.
they managed to hook up 3 monkeys together
Mm.
with a chip, and the 3 monkeys perform a task that each monkey could not, or each chimpanzee could not perform.
Mm.
So like it has worked on animals,
But
and
they
now
died
they're
No,
probably
but
working towards.
But then
like,
eventually the monkeys die like pretty quick
from aneurysms or something.
from some complications lah, I
from some
guess.
complication lah, because it is unnatural. What?
Yeah. So
The
yeah,
planting of the
But
chip itself is unnatural.
Wouldn't it be weird if next time the headlines are man dies because he turned on the toaster with his mind? Like he turned it on.
he forgot that the gas oven was on as well, so,
he turned
exploded.
it on, and then your thoughts can run wild. So
Yeah.
it's like when he was turning on the toaster, it's like wouldn't it be funny if like the gas was actually on at the same time? Wait, no, boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Toaster
I
goes
don't
on,
think
kills him.
the AI shit will happen anytime soon lah. But I think the smart grid is already
within our lifetime. I think possible.
Yeah, lah,
what
I mean,
AI.
No, smart grid.
Oh, smart grid. Yes.
because things
Yeah, yeah.
malfunction.
I know. I think smart grid. We are.
Quite close with
I
it.
think pretty close really.
Yeah.
Because you see, most of the nations, 2030 is like the cutoff point for like electrifying vehicles already.
Mm.
Yeah. So like Singapore, I think by 2025 is the cutoff point for all public transport, like cabs and all, to be electric vehicles.
Wow. And then how is Saudi and all the Middle East countries going to take this? They're cutting off their supply.
Basically, is
They're-
it Saudi,
they're-
Have you seen
Saudi Arabia
Saudi Arabia
is
is like
building that
pushing
wall.
that narrative as well.
Then what are you going to do with the oil?
The oil will be used for other things.
yeah.
Right.
Basically, no.
Where
no,
do plastics come from?
so
Or like
yeah,
jet fuel and like
Jet fuel,
farming.
yeah, other
tractors.
things.
They'll basically say maybe they want to reduce the oil usage for public to use.
Yes,
They want to use the oil themselves.
correct.
Right.
So basically, they're
military
saving the
vehicles
oil.
and all that
Yeah,
shit.
they're saving the oil for other purposes. They
Right.
want you to use less. They want us to use less,
Correct.
so they can use more. So then, they're
Not only that lah. They want to control us
Mm.
and then the thing is that
because if we don't have access to things, right,
Yeah.
we have to fall in line. What?
yes,
But also, to be fair, oil will also run out one day.
No, it
lah.
won't.
Oh, I don't know.
It's,
No, it won't.
it's not eternal. lah.
The current
Yeah.
what do you call that, reserve, right, cannot use finish.
In Venezuela and all that. lah.
Yeah, add all together, lor.
Yeah.
Cannot use finish.
Right.
I think that's the
and
one.
if you use that concurrently with the greener energy sources, right? Like nuclear, fucking wind, solar, you just use all concurrently, in conjunction with one another.
Like mix and match.
Mix
Yeah,
and match,
yeah.
then you are going to like get the best of everything,
Right.
right? But that is not even an option. Why?
But I like the.
But Venezuela oil reserve is still untapped, right?
Untapped.
Yeah.
It now is the largest oil reserve in the world.
Bigger than Saudi,
I
right?
just
Bigger
like
than
the
Saudi.
fact that oil is fossilized animals. Like it's the dinosaurs.
Not
apparently.
really true.
It's like dinosaurs that died. I like the fact that that's where we're
That is a
told
narrative.
where oil is. Like it's dinosaurs that died, then they are decomposed, and then they become like
Like
I don't think it's just organic. It's organic
it's
life,
just
right?
organic,
It's
yeah,
organic
organic
life
matter.
dying,
Organic matter.
becoming
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so. It's
So
basically
maybe
like-
partly dinosaurs, partly like
yeah. So
the
maybe in the
flora,
actually,
fauna.
apparently there's no proof for the dinosaur shit. That,
Yeah, I know.
that it's fossil fuel.
Mhm.
Right.
The whole idea of fossil fuel, right? It is not actually proven.
No, because
According
I was
to
wondering
Alfred
if
Chapraudi.
that's the case, right? Then everyone we've buried, right? We should bury them in like biodegradable coffins.
And
S-
at
so
really at a really
So
far down that.
so
Yeah.
Right?
that in the future, right, cemeteries will become
Fossil fuel
Yes,
Yeah.
a possible
in
oil.
like 50,000 years
Yeah,
time or
50,000
something. I don't
it'll
know.
No, then you don't need to you don't need to lower down. Just press like an elevator. Zoom.
Wait, so
So-
what's the theory about fossil fuels? Is that
Uh,
it's
That is organic matter.
Yeah, so
That is so deep down at a certain pressure, a certain temperature.
it becomes
It
fossil
it has
fuel.
all these
so instead of
properties.
6 feet, right, we
Yeah.
should have been burying your
6,000 feet.
6,000 feet.
60,000 feet.
So that in like 100 years down the road, your great grandchildren
Yeah.
can actually use you to power their
Yeah.
vehicles. So it's the ghost of your grandpa.
Then no need
your-
to cremate on top.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cremate, you're trying to send as deep to the core, as close to the core of
Yeah,
the
so
earth.
every
Yeah.
time you know in cremation, right?
Yeah.
There's a moment where they wheel your loved ones into the
Furnace,
the
yeah.
furnace, right? They switch.
Yeah.
It's just an empty box,
Right.
and it goes in, and then they take your loved ones and bury them,
Yeah.
6,000 all in the same little pile,
Yeah.
and then what they burn is like
No, instead of crematorium, right, you just bring them to the slide.
no,
It's
actually
just called the
slide
slide.
down.
the thing is they can't even they don't tell you. They
Yeah.
swap your bodies. Imagine
Yeah.
the fallout, like oh my god, how dare you mean I've been consuming my
Every time
grandparents.
Every time you turn on the light, right? Yeah, that's your ancestors.
Yeah.
That's your ancestors turning lights on. That will be
Yeah.
the future of like maybe I don't know how long is it supposed to over? It's supposed to happen over.
I think at least
million
like
years,
100,000 years,
yeah,
lah, probably.
Yeah.
more, 100,000.
Yeah, 100,000 years.
Yeah, to become oil, but you know,
Yeah.
that's the reserve. That's the new reserve.
Yeah.
Human
You should
beings.
you should check out the book. The book is called Secret Team by Al Fletcher Proudy, who used to do black ops for
Oh, you
The
mean
Pentagon.
He's
he's a former Pentagon official.
Right.
So he was at the level where he could access, like he was at don't know how many meetings which are all like top secret and all lah. And then when he retired, he came out and he and his like immediate superior was like a general. They were like, "This is fucked up, man. Like the world doesn't know what the fuck has been happening, and we can expose certain shit, but we can't speak about like the really top secret stuff lah." So he wrote books about like whatever things that we can talk about, and it won't like stir up much shit. So he was actually part of the like the writing crew for the JFK film.
Right.
Yeah. So the Mr. X character is based on him.
I see.
Yeah. So he was talking about like how like geologists, right? Like Russian geologists, American geologists, they were all like at like the North Pole, South Pole, right? Doing experiments, trying to figure out shit, right? And they never, like whatever news reports come in, right? And you like these people are reading all these reports, the intelligence reports, right? And asking them, and they're just laughing it off. They're like, what? This one is your State Department's propaganda. And they're like, nah, no such shit.
But the geologist is saying,
Yeah.
okay.
And they are like supposed to be at war with each other, right? Cold War and all this kind of shit, but they are all working together.
Right. It didn't apply to them, lah.
Didn't apply to them.
What if all the stations at the South Pole is just looking for oil also?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like testing out like the future technologies, like solar and all this kind of shit. Yeah.
We'll see irradiated
Their
polar bears.
interviews like fucking like
I think
2 hour per part. 4 hours
I
and
think
all this
when we
kind of
start
shit
seeing
on the book.
hairless polar bears, that's when we'll have to start panicking. Hairless polar bears that are not freezing to death, they're just like
That
they're like muscle bound.
dude, that will take like fucking tens of thousands of
yeah,
years
they're like
for that to
muscle
happen. lah.
bound freaking bears. Then they're just.
I don't want to know what experiments the governments are doing on animals.
Gene
lah.
therapy. They
Yeah.
use stem cells.
Oh, gene therapy has failed like horribly.
Is it?
Yeah,
Irradiated gene therapy.
it has
Like,
failed
the effects of
horribly. No,
nuclear.
you see all this radiation shit, right? It's all mostly comic book driven.
Oh,
It's all like Hollywood driven.
But like from the nuclear fallout, like radiation.
Yeah, look at the nuclear for like
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl or like Bhopal. Like what
Chernobyl.
happens? You
Cancer.
suffer from cancer and then you die.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You there's no you become a mutant. There's
Oh yeah. And
Yeah,
your
so-
skin start peeling off and then you
Yeah.
die shortly after lah.
Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it's
Maybe that's-
radiation.
Maybe
Mm.
that's you just transforming
Into
into
the hills of ice.
into bones. I don't know. The skin melts
You're not going to
off
become
it-
Deadpool
and
Does it?
or Professor
can-
X.
Can my penis grow at least increase in length or in curve?
who knows?
At least.
First it melts off, then it grows back.
Then
a
it
little
grows
bit
back.
bigger.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
a little
Yeah.
bit bigger, and it has the ability to stand for an hour.
For that you
With
need to
no
go to
pain.
Africa. And then you drop a bomb or a nuclear reactor explodes, then just tell to them, all of you become Nightcrawler already. Do we need a limb blaming for that?
We need a limb
Oh, that's
for
our
that.
first. Actually, we've gone the longest without. I don't know whether you did one when I was in the toilet lah. But
No, we didn't.
I was
Yeah,
like, wow, yeah. Just one.
yeah. We kept this for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we go back to Musk taking over
Yes.
Twitter, the things he has said before he took over and the things he's doing now, contradictory. Like he
He
said
has not gotten
was-
Trump back.
he's not gonna Trump
Oh.
back. He's been banning people. Like I said before, there was one guy saying, I think it was Trevor Noah or something that pointed out the hypocrisy of what he said about free speech because he was saying that Twitter's meant to be free, and then when people started impersonating him as Elon Musk and posting shit, Twitter immediately banned all of them, and he was like saying, "Oh, impersonating is different." So, wait, as people can do whatever they want, say whatever they want, unless they're saying it about you or using you to say it, that kind of thing.
No, you
No,
see, that's not.
So he went back on the whole thing that
No, he
words
didn't
can't
go
hurt.
back.
No,
That is not free speech.
no, as in, how do you say they changed his name, but they were saying things that were like jokes, not like making like Dogecoin is selling. Like hurtful. Is jokes on him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
making
but
meme pages lah.
About him.
meme pages
Like, the jokes
but
were
but
about
then you
him.
are impersonating someone.
Yeah,
Right.
but joking about himself. Like something, and because he got butthurt about it, and all the Elon Musk
You can call it butthurt or
And the other-
it's
no,
impersonating
yeah,
someone lah.
Yeah, impersonating. That's
Yeah.
one thing
Which is
lah.
kind of illegal, isn't it?
No,
the
it
thing
is
that-
illegal.
but the problem
Yeah.
is that Twitter made it possible to do that.
Because I think there's the blue tick, right?
Yeah.
And then now he make
the
it like
blue
anyone can just get
the
a blue
tick
tick.
is something else. The blue tick is verification. There are ways for you to go about it to make sure that you're a legit person representing maybe that company and all that.
Yeah.
But now he wants to charge people $8 to maintain the blue tick, which
Oh,
is kind of
I thought that was a joke. No, that was real.
no.
No.
He's
Yeah.
asking people to pay $8 just to retain the blue tick, which is kind of it goes against what the blue tick was for. And then now he's saying, oh, you have $8 to have that blue tick, but then we have a second verification to verify that your verification is like more legit than the other verification. Like these people pay $8 and then yours is like, but yours is a legit legit company
Yeah.
by a second verification.
Right.
And what was that first $8 for?
Right.
No,
Just to
but
pay lah.
I actually don't see any problem in him charging money for the blue tick
No, I do. It's
for quite
it,
a number of people lah.
it goes against the whole point of the blue tick. If you can pay for it, then what's the point of it? You paid to be verified. Anyone can pay, create an account and pay to verify it.
But is it only for verification?
Yeah, it's only for-
Usually the blue tick, right, is handed to people who are well known.
no, the thing is
Politicians
that
or
when
Yeah,
influencers.
like Instagram also. The
I think
check
for
mark, right?
now the check mark is to verify that you are who you say you are, but he wants to charge you for that. But now because it becomes paid, right, there's a reduction of its value. Cause before you have to go through
Right.
more stringent things and you don't have to pay for it. Like you you don't get it because you paid for it. Now he wants to say
He's
that
selling verification, lah.
yeah, it's like he's selling verification, but he's gonna sell it as you have to get, like, you have to go through all the process of getting you verified, and then you have to pay to keep the verification. That's what he's probably gonna sell it as. But the paying for the verification, it puts it under question.
I think he just needs money, lah.
Yeah,
He just needs money for Twitter.
Yeah, because the next step, people were discussing this. The next step is that Twitter is going to pay for content creators.
Oh, wow.
Because that's a way of stealing people from other platforms, right?
Yeah, and so
if you can upload pictures, you can upload videos, and so far Twitter has no censorship at all.
Yeah.
So the censorship is quite lax, lah. Unless you're not putting like fucking gory videos or like child porn or whatever shit.
Not much. The only thing they put it behind is a age wall. Like you have to be 18 to
mature content, right?
Mature content. And then you have to have an account in order to prove that you're 18. Like if you don't have an account, like you're a free user, just went in, you can't see it lah until you create an account and verify your age.
So if they can manage to get content creators on Twitter, right, then it's going to drive traffic up and usage up.
What kind of content can you create on Twitter?
You can steal people on Instagram, right?
That's true.
So you're gonna turn Twitter into another form of Instagram, lah?
If you're competing for the same audience and within the same space,
it goes against what Twitter was created for. It's just like tweet your thoughts. Now it's like,
but it evolved
thoughts.
even before he bought it. Twitter went from like X amount of characters, then they increased it.
Is it still 140?
No.
Increase, yeah.
I think it's increased.
Yeah, increased already.
Oh.
So I've seen like posts like so long that can't be like 140. That's a lot more.
Yeah, got a lot more.
Right. But I thought they usually like truncate it into like different
parts,
right?
I think they used to truncate.
It used to be lesser.
Oh, is it?
I think it used to be lesser.
Like you could only.
I think it was like 90 characters or something like, something like that.
Basically, it's
120 or
one
something.
thought.
Right.
Now you can.
It was meant to be one line.
Now you can tweet a monologue.
Yeah, you can shoot. Yeah, that's true.
Tweet a monologue over there and say, "Oh my."
You can write your screenplay, lah.
You can
on Twitter.
Yeah, it has evolved beforehand.
So,
but him taking it over is no.
Twitter literally like stole other people's ideas also. Pictures, videos, news,
right?
Fucking the space, Twitter Spaces, Clubhouse. Now Clubhouse is technically redundant.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
That's how they weed out their market, lah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, their competitors.
So the only thing that now is not so common on Twitter is like going live on Twitter.
Right.
People still use like YouTube and Instagram and Facebook.
Facebook
Live.
Facebook.
So
if
they
as
start
auction house.
So if they start it, Twitter starts it, then people will be like, yeah, I can use Twitter for
Twitter
one more
live.
thing.
Twitter live to live tweet my thoughts. Like as I'm thinking it, I'm tweeting it.
Yeah.
So there's no.
I'm pretty sure a lot of porn is going to be there.
It's even more raw.
Yeah. Twitter now currently has loads of porn on it, lah.
Yeah.
Right.
Some good websites has been taken down, sadly.
Why was
some
that?
creators.
Oh yeah, because it's paraded as some free lah. That's why even porn can be freely shown on Twitter lah.
Yeah. No, because they tag it lah. They tag it as age restricted and all.
It'll be interesting to see where he takes it from there, like from Twitter, and then like I don't know how is he gonna. Is he really gonna turn anything around, or is it just gonna be the same old bullshit but more paywalls?
It's another tech billionaire controlling a media platform.
Yeah, that's true. Now Amazon took over what? Prime and what
Washington Post.
Washington Post. Okay.
And I think
Amazon took over.
Wait, who bought CNN? Or who was in talks to buy CNN?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
So basically, Amazon controls the written media. Washington
They also want to buy a media house, if I'm not wrong.
Let's see.
Facebook
controls most of our social.
So Facebook has WhatsApp, Instagram,
Yeah.
right? And then you have Elon Musk with Twitter. Now with Twitter lah, but he wants to buy more lah.
Then Google and YouTube.
Google, YouTube.
Yeah.
The Alphabet Group Yeah. But then like the documentary Monopoly.
Right.
Who really runs the world? Like you go and look at all of their shareholders.
Right.
It's usually 3 or 4 companies that will be repeated everywhere. And these guys are majority shareholders.
Right.
Vanguard, BlackRock. Then what's the other one?
Warner Brothers. CNN is now owned by Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yeah, but then you look at then you go again and look at who owns the shares of
John Malone.
Warner Brothers Discovery. No, you must go to their financial page.
Oh.
Right.
And then you look at who owns the shares. Because it's not a private individual that owns majority shares. Most of the time it's corporations or very, very big organizations.
Yeah. They look at BlackRock and it's like Larry Fink, and
Yes. Yeah.
like, okay. Advisor to like Obama and some shit, right? Yeah. During the financial crisis. Yeah, it's like, okay. Interesting. Interesting how they call in the banker to clean up other bankers' mess.
Yes. And this fella is in good terms with all the bankers.
Yeah.
That he has to go and like fire.
And then
But then he doesn't fire them.
he doesn't fire them and he asks for a bailout, right?
Yeah.
Some massive
Because
bailout.
the concept is that, they're too big to fail. If
Yeah.
they fail, everything else
Who
fails.
owns CNN and Fox? What do you mean? Who owns CNN and Fox?
Everyone.
Consider
So literally, right, BlackRock, Vanguard, and there's another one start with S.
AT&T owns CNN.
Yeah, then you look at who owns AT&T.
Then AT&T is the parent company of Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers recently merged with Discovery after AT&T bought it. Now, since Warner Brothers Discovery, Warner Brothers originally owned CNN, so you could say CNN is now owned by Warner Brothers Discovery. So it's gone one whole big
So
round.
CNN was owned by Time Warner.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah,
CEO of
it's-
AT&T and AT&T is John Stankey. You could say what?
No, but that guy, right, is just there as a CEO. He might own shares, but it's negligible.
Right.
So now
He's not the captain of the ship.
because Disney
No.
has bought quite a few Fox businesses, you may wonder if Disney now owns Fox Corporation. Oh, wow. It's like it's basically just
Disney has been swallowing up a lot of other
it's just
companies
been,
also.
It's just being
Disney,
swallowed
yeah.
up by everyone. La. So CNN now is Warner, and then Fox is by Disney. And later Disney and Warner combine, it becomes Disney Warner.
No, that documentary, right, they had the massive
Warner Disney.
the massive chart where you have like companies like Coca-Cola and like Pepsi and Co.
Yeah.
Like PepsiCo. And then you have all the different companies, right? And then you look at who owns like these companies, massive conglomerates. What do they own?
So it's like, at the end of
Then
it,
you'll be like, fuck, almost every brand that you know,
it's
right?
just connected to
It is owned by
BlackRock.
less than five companies.
Right.
And then who owns these companies, these five conglomerates?
one guy.
No, Vanguard,
One good.
BlackRock, and then few other hedge funds and investment firms.
That's where the
There's
digging
another
led
one
to, right?
that starts with S lah.
Right.
That's where all the digging leads to, right? You dig, and you find out that
Then
actually
like
this guy, this guy.
Like then like two companies own everything. Then who puts money into them? Then it gets murky because it's not public information.
Right.
It's a thing I wanted to gather you guys here for. Secrets out. I own all of it.
And I've been leaving Yishun as my cover.
Yes.
No, but Josie asked the question. I think after I posted the thing, then maybe you watched a little bit. Then you asked you're like, how would it be to be part of the family?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would
yeah,
be
yeah.
nice. It just
It'd be cool.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think it would be nice because I don't think you can even speak about it.
no, but the thing is that you don't
Because
have
people-
to. You wouldn't want to. You be like
Yeah.
briefed on it as you were a baby. It's like when you're out there, your mom will say like, you can Google Gaga, but not you cannot Gaga Gigi. Okay, you can't do all this kind of thing.
No,
You
but
can only
actually,
cry on the
technically,
inside.
you can speak on it, lah, because it's public information, lah.
It's not public information. It
What?
is not.
But if let's say you're Larry Fink and you own BlackRock, like
He doesn't own BlackRock.
No, you have like majority share of like BlackRock.
He does not have majority shares of BlackRock.
No, meh?
No,
I thought he founded.
he's the person running BlackRock.
Yeah.
Okay, so the people who pump money into BlackRock are the shareholders of BlackRock.
Doesn't he? Didn't he found BlackRock? He founded
You
BlackRock.
you can be the founder of a firm,
Yeah.
right? Like a fund,
Yeah.
but it's not your money that is in there.
Oh, you're trading other people's. Yeah.
You are investing other people's money,
Right.
right? So your just imagine his clientele are the people with the deepest pockets or the organizations with the deepest pockets in the world that you literally own almost every business in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
But
you
still-
together with another company own every fucking business in the world. You
But-
have say in everything.
but I wouldn't mind being born into that.
Yeah. So Larry Fink, right, is just the fucking public figure. He's the fucking lightning rod. If anything happens, right, he has to answer for it because the public knows who he is.
Yeah, I think what he
Other than that, right, you don't know who's pumping in the money into BlackRock.
I think I get what you're saying.
It's not public information.
It's not public information.
No, I think
Because they're a private company, right?
Even GIC is not public information. Right? You don't know what they are invested in. Right?
That's true as well.
I think you'd rather be born as one of those anonymous rich billionaires than Fink. Like you won't want to come out being known as the son of Fink.
Right.
Because then you
are
you got
lightning rod
public,
again.
yeah, you got public scrutiny. It's like, oh, look at that, the son of Fink is driving da 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 da. But you rather be the anonymous one, who's being driven in like new kind of bulletproof limousine,
like a Mercedes which has been modified.
Yeah, that's going anywhere and coming out and going to a building,
and then people don't know who you are. But
and then people wondering why the entire top penthouse of this 6-star hotel is being booked out for the night. But who books it out? Oh, I don't know. It's just some random rich fella.
And you'll never see the fella going from the main lobby because he's got private entrance.
And he'll never be on the news.
Yes.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Bruce Wayne.
Like that.
I'm Batman.
You know, it's like that. It's like this kind of thing. It's like, how come Dyson bought a
But everyone knows who Bruce Wayne is.
Yeah, everyone knows who Dyson is.
But they don't know that he's Batman.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only thing you don't know that he's Batman.
Yeah.
But you know that this guy's like a billionaire.
Yes.
And he's like a philanthropist.
So guys, I'm Batman.
So Bruce Wayne is like the Fink guy. He's
somewhat
in
like
public
that.
eye.
Yeah.
And then Batman is the BlackRock and all that. That little thing.
Hey, but GIC...
No, isn't Bruce Wayne... I think the proper comparison with Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, yeah.
So he's Jeffrey Epstein to everyone, the philanthropist.
Yeah.
And then he's Batman on the massage bed.
The philanthropist or the philanderer?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Hey, but GIC, they're trading like Singapore's money, right?
Correct.
Taxpayers' money, right? Shouldn't that be made known to taxpayers?
Go and see their report lah.
Oh.
Go and try to find her. Maybe you can find her.
Right.
If you can find, then I fucking
Don't lah.
correct myself.
Don't
lah.
lah. Don't like
but
you
you
still
try to
have
find
people that love you. You don't want to put yourself in that kind of situation. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go read too much. You know, the moment you find something out, you go, Eureka! Someone's behind you, making you kill yourself.
But
already.
okay, I think I might be. This one is my own assumption lah. It might be true, might be false.
Right.
I think there will be a very easy reason given for why the investments are not public, saying that because it's a sovereign fund, right? It should be protected so that our investments won't be sabotaged.
I think this is the reason that they gave, actually. Yeah.
Could be. It could be. Or it could be public.
Right.
I don't know. We should go and check and then we can... Because GSE should have like an annual report.
It was nice knowing you guys.
Temasek Holding should have an annual report as well.
Yeah, that's true.
It's nice knowing you guys. What would you like me to bring to Changi Prison on your weekly visitation?
Where is Changi Prison, bro? Whitley Detention Center, bro.
I don't want...
Selamat, same cell, bro.
Yeah. I'm never going to shoot myself in the head twice.
Yeah. And I'm never going to escape from a small window.
Yeah, and you're never going to hang yourself with...
I'm never going to try to hang myself and shoot myself in the head twice.
Yeah, or no, in Singapore you have to...
Maybe I'll try deadlifting 105 with Katamin Shanmugam lah. Let me give myself a limb rimming.
And that would bring us to the end of this episode with that double limb waving.
Yeah. Double limb waving.
See you guys.
See you guys on the flip side.
Week.
Check us out.
I hope you enjoy my little break.
Yeah.
And the burning sensation is now finally gone.
It's gone. Rub some ice in there. And by ice, I mean ice cubes.
Because he's
not
connected.
the drug.
He's connected.
Alright, ciao.
Ciao.